Greetings. Today, we share you another Korean mystery. If you like the story, please click subscribe and like button. Thank you.
The school statue that moves at night. I first heard this story while I was still attending high school. It was about a statue standing on one side of the schoolyard. Back then, I thought it was just another ordinary school ghost story. Sorts of stories which everyone once heard of, but never actually believes they would be real or true. But even now, when I think of that school, my heart is filled with fear. Especially because of a statue. It looked so ordinary at first. A student in a uniform, much like ours, hands folded neatly in front, standing quietly. The statue's face, though, it was hard to tell. Sometimes it looked like it was smiling. Sometimes it was like as if the face expressed no emotion at all. But what made it stranger was that at night, your footsteps would slow down near it. After the self-study session at night, when you had to cross the yard to get to the dormitory, someone would always glance toward the statue, as if checking, because it was necessary. That's when I started to notice. The statue wasn't always looking in the same direction. Some nights, it faced the main building, nights, the gym. And strangely, it always seemed to watch the person left alone. My doubt became certain one night. On a night when it hadn't rained. As I walked across the yard, I felt the ground beneath my shoes damp. The dirt was dry, but the footprints were wet. The tip of the footprints were pointing straight toward the statue. That was the first time I realized this wasn't just a story. A few days later, one of the school's senior grade students, who was known for being fearless, pranked and mocked the statue. He took photos, laughing. "Move and I'll scream," he said. The flash went off, and the statue's face, as if it was approaching slightly closer. After that night, it was told that the senior student couldn't sleep. Every time he turned off the lights, he felt someone standing somewhere in the room. He opened his eyes, nothing. But when he closed them, he could hear the breath right behind his ear. And that unpleasant breeze was slower than an ordinary human's. Over time, the statue was definitely moving. Very slowly. So slowly that you could barely notice, but steadily toward the center of the yard, toward the paths where people walked. Then, one night, I was left alone. The schoolyard seemed unusually long that night. And there was another set of footsteps. Same speed, same rhythm. When I stopped, it stopped. When I walked, it followed. I didn't even need to look. I knew. The statue was behind me. Just before I turned my head, a very soft voice whispered into my ear, "Not running away this time." My body froze. I couldn't breathe. Time felt like million years. And when I opened my eyes, I was lying on a bed in the infirmary. Outside, the yard was calm, and the statue was back in its original place. But that night, I realized something. Even now, sometimes, when I put on headphones, I hear the sound of breathing. At first, I thought it was my own, but the rhythm started to fall out of sync. Even if I hold my breath, it continues. And then, very close, a quiet, clear voice seeps into my ear. It's okay. I won't move anymore. That's when I realized the statue isn't staying at the school. It's following, and even now, I can feel someone right behind me, breathing slowly, moving slightly at a time. So if you're listening with headphones right now, be careful. The statue might already be right behind you.